chops, it's light, it's fast, deadly. This thing's a monster, demolishes everything in its path. It's gonna really knock the bark off stuff. I see an axe, I buy it. 10 bucks, I buy it. 15 bucks, buy it. Hey folks, welcome back to Double A's Agenda. It's chilly. Well, broke the stove out yesterday for the first time. Figured we should get her going again today, so that's what we're gonna do.
But the wind is rough.
Golden propane. It's cheaper than those blue bottles. Lazy way. Alright, looks like we got her moving a little bit. Isn't that nice? If someone can tell me something better than a nice fire and a wood stove on a cold day, just go and give me a shout. But for now, we're gonna shut this and let the chimney do its thing. And we'll get back to it later. It'll get hotter later, but something special is probably gonna happen today. Old Busting Out with D's gonna come over here, and we are gonna go over some of the axes that I picked up this year. I'm a little bit disgusted with myself. It's far more than I thought it was, and there's some that aren't even here that are at other locations that for protection or whatever. I got one in my truck, I got one in my work truck, got one over at the old lady's. I put one in her car, gave one to my father. So we got them. Her dad gave one to her dad too. They're all over the place. We got a bunch of axes. That's all there is to it. He's gonna video it though, so look forward to that. Now that is cooking. Beautiful. That's the only good thing about winter right here. Get to run the stove. I look forward to it every evening.
Shoot now.
Hey folks. D's behind the camera. Let me see it. Hola. There he is. Busting out. Alright, we're gonna go through the small axe collection I have. This is the Barco. I got this in Pocasset. I was just in a country store. It was in there. Grabbed it. 20 bucks. No big deal. This is the first one I bought. This is a Cold Steel Trail Boss. If you're going to buy a first axe, I recommend this one. It's fantastic. It chops. It's light. It's fast. Deadly. Here we got, this is a USOO. My Uncle Joe Bailey gave me this one. It's a double bit Michigan. I put the handle on it. Grain is totally the wrong direction. Completely and totally the wrong direction. But it was one of my first hangs, so we love it. This is a small boy's axe I picked up. Probably one of the best hangs I've done. This thing stays in the truck with me usually. Non-branded Big Daddy. Look at the throat on that thing. That is that much. That's meat. That thing's a chopper. It'll wicked slam some stuff. What's that? This is Picaroon. I hung this one too. All of these I hung except for 2 of them. Well, 3 of them, excuse me. Picaroon, man's best friend. Got the roll pin in it, won't come off. This one's definitely homemade. You can see the weld bead on it right there. This one right here, the Wood Bullet. You saw it on Busting Out with D's channel a couple weeks ago, or a week or so ago. Week ago?
About a week ago.
About a week ago. This thing's a monster. Demolishes everything in its path. And we got Flint Edge Kelly Works with the gold scroll work by Mr. Busting Out himself. Thing's a monster. It bites. This is one of the ones I did not hang. I did not buy this handle, but I did sculpt it with a 4-in hand to try to make it a little more comfortable because it came up real high. Didn't fit the hand right at all. Which one is this? Non-branded. I don't even know what it is. I just picked it up. It was like 10 bucks. eBay. Painted in orange. D-painted some little gold. He's practicing the scroll work on it. 3.5 pounds. Not too bad. And you got this Big Daddy with the massive handle. This is actually a gift for one of our buddies that we haven't seen in a while. His name's Big Gene. He's supposed to come up, but he hasn't yet. But this is for him. D and I made this for him. So hopefully he gets to pick it up here in the next couple weeks. We'd love to see him. This double bit's non-branded. I picked it up at a flea market in Richardson, Texas. $10. Put a new handle on it. Works like a champ. Haven't got it as sharp as I want it, but it can be. Sandvik. Is that Swedish or German?
Swedish, I think.
Swedish. This thing's a little monster. This is a full-size handle, that's why these marks are here. I was asking everybody where it felt best at, because the weight of this thing is on a full-size eye, but a Boys X size. So, oh, we put the little bullets in top there. That's pretty sick. This is not done. We'll figure this one out. The Golden Warrior, unbranded. Painted it gold, just for fun. Had to weld this thing together. It had a crack going all the way down the back, so I had my boy TB welded up. Painted gold, put a handle on it. Works like a champ. Ooh, the crown jewel. Sager. See if you can get that on there. 1925.
Yep, there it is.
This is an old boy. This is one of the first ones I ever did. This thing did a beautiful handle. The grain's not right, but the handle's pretty. Oh, Council Tool. This is a store-bought axe. The only thing I did to this was sand it, burn it, put a little edge on it. This thing eats meat, dude. Love it. What we got here? Another Plum. Plum 32. Bad. Oh, this is OG handle. This is original handle. Hard to find that. I think I re-wedged it. Didn't we re-wedge it?
Yeah.
We re-wedged it. That's what it was. Got this at a flea market in Oklahoma City. It was $15. I grabbed it. I've not used it at all. I haven't sanded it. I see an axe, I buy it. $10, I buy it. $15, buy it. Fireman's axe. You gotta have your big boy pants on when you mess with this one because this thing eats and is heavy. Painted it orange. Have not hit anything with it yet, but I imagine it's gonna really knock the bark off stuff. This is here in town we have this thing called May Days where everybody has a garage sale. And for about 3 days, picked up this brush axe, not messed with it yet because I cannot track down the proper handle for it, so I'm just letting it be for now. Whenever I find a proper handle, she'll be on there. We'll do a full video on that, I promise you. And then this Big Daddy. This is a broad axe. Have you ever seen one of these? In a store?
No.
$20. Pawn shop. With the most disgusting homemade cedar handle I've ever seen in my life. It was like that long. I was like, I gotta get that off.
I'm gonna lie, that's one of the most disgusting axes I've ever
I'm
seen.
trying. Look how big that eye is.
Brand
You could
new.
run through that son of a gun, dude. Look at this thing. It's like the freaking tunnels in New York City. Drive your car through it. Yeah. That's all the axes, though. And I got a couple. I made one for Dad. He's got one. The lady's dad, he's got one. She's got a couple in her car and her house. And I got one in my work truck and one of my personal. So more to come, obviously. We're not going to stop. So thank you guys for watching. Double A's Agenda. See ya. Alright, well, while we're here, I forgot to mention while we were talking about these axes, this specific one right here, this Sager. Right at the very beginning when Dee and I got into acquiring these tools, he was like, I really want a Sager Chemical Cruiser. And I was like, yeah, I do too. So we were on eBay, and I found one. It was this one, the 1925. And I saw it on there, and I called him. I was like, hey, they got one on there right now. You need to get it. And he's like, all right, I'll get it. And so I was looking at I was watching the thing. It was like a minute left. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put in a bid on there just in case he doesn't get it for $65. And I'm sitting there. I was ironing. What was it? There was a wedding or something I was going to, and I was ironing my pants, I think. Watching this timer count down 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. And I was like, you won. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I bought this in case Dee didn't get it, and I was gonna give it to him, but then I got it and I was like, yeah, I can't give it to him. I love it. So $200 if you want it, turkey. See you later.